Hello my friends, welcome to How to Get Shiny Pokemon with the Pokeradar and Pokemon X and Y. Of course, my name is SMK. You can always call me Steven and welcome to the tutorial. Basically, Pokeradar is very complex, but it's very simple at the same time. You're gonna fail a lot. You're gonna just get mad a lot, but at the same token, it's very rewarding and it's a ton of fun to do in Pokemon X and Y. This is a Pokemon X and Y exclusive thing in Generation 6. This is not a feature that is in Pokemon Omega Ruby or Alpha Sapphire. Pokeradar was also in previous generations, but this video is focusing on Gen 6 Pokeradar and Pokemon X and Y. So if you guys enjoy the tutorial, always click the like button, subscribe if you guys are brand new, and let's get right into it. Alright guys, so to get the Pokeradar in Pokemon X or Y, all you have to do is defeat the Elite Four and then go to Professor Sycamore's lab. On the second floor, there's a male scientist. Talk to him and he will give you the Pokeradar. And of course, you need this in order to Pokeradar for shiny Pokemon. Alright guys, so now that you guys have your Pokeradar, now we can just pick a route to go Pokeradar on and hopefully find a shiny. So we're on Route 7 here. All you need to do to basically start Pokeradar is, of course, have the Pokeradar, have Repels, and, of course, have a Pokemon that has a lot of moves or just a high PP move. For example, I have Breloom who has Mach Punch, and I used PP ups to basically max out Mach Punch. So no matter what, I can use Mach Punch over 40 times, and we're good to go. And of course, have plenty of Pokeballs because you never know when the shiny Pokemon is going to be really stubborn and you're just going to want to just yell at that thing, alright? Alright guys, so what we're going to do in this tutorial is I'm basically just going to show you guys lots of the basics of things, like what to do, what not to do, and then I'm going to show you like the final outcome of what you should be looking for. So, to basically start Pokeradar, obviously have everything ready to go. So, just know that the edges here, these are no-go. You never ever go on the edges. It's possible to go on the edge and get the same Pokemon, but just don't ever do it. Don't trust it. Your gut should always tell you to never go on the edges, alright? So, if you don't know what Pokeradar is, basically, you're looking for very shaky grass that has the same exact Pokemon that you found from the get-go. So, we're gonna use the Pokeradar. Alright, some grass shakes. Sweet. So typically, rule of thumb is you always want to go to the shakiest patch of grass, but we'll go more into that in just a second. So we got a Krogunk. All right, great. So let's start our chain. It's very, very simple. So big thing here is you have to always feint the Pokemon. If you run away, the chain breaks, and we'll talk more about that later. But so of course, you want to feint the Pokemon. So it doesn't matter where you pick the grass to start. It could be on a corner. That's the only time on the edges or corners you can pick a patch of grass to start your chain. Alright, so now we have a bunch of grass, right? No idea what to do, right? So, basically, my rule of thumb thing is if you don't feel comfortable with the patch of grass, kind of course, look at the area of grass that shook and just go to a spot that you know that the grass didn't shake. And what you have to do is you have to basically take 50 steps to reset the radar, as you can see. Oh, we did enough. Look at that. Alright, so let's go up and down. This is a live demonstration. I feel like this is easier to understand if we just did this live versus me just doing step by step. So you basically have to reset the radar every single time until you can use it again. So let me use it, and that grass is bad. So that's an example of very bad grass. Like, never go into a patch of grass that looks like that. It's not good. It's not good at all. You want to always go to the shakiest patch of grass. Another thing that's going to break your chain, guys, for Pokeradar chaining is the very slightly moving grass. When you walk into it, it's going to be like, huh, what? It looks like there's no Pokemon here. Basically, those will instantly destroy your chain. So be very cautious of these very slightly shaking patches of grass because you sometimes could miss them. I've done it before, and let me give you guys a perfect example of why to look out for these patches of grass. Oh my god, I saw it. No! Oh my god! Let's use Pokeradar again. So, for example, right here, we had a patch of grass. They were, diagonally. Those are fine. So let's go into this patch of grass and see if we get Krogunk. Survey says we're good. So now, the fun part would be is if you guys have like a calculator or something, we are on a 2 chain right now. Oh, which one is it? There we go. So the first initial encounter, once you find the Pokemon you want, you faint it, that starts the chain. So since we found a Krogunk again, we are on a chain of 2. The goal here is to get to a chain of 40, and then once you get to 40, all you have to do is reset the grass until you see a shiny patch of grass. Bing, bang, boom, you found a shiny. It's pretty simple stuff, right? But let's get more into it. All right, so there's lots of shaking grass. I don't really know where to go, right? So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to reset the grass. So basically, just real quick, just to show you guys. So obviously, you have to, like, take steps before you can reset the radar, right? So what you want to do, rule of thumb here, is you have to go at least three or 4 steps to the left, right, up, or down to have a good patch of grass. So for example, let's show you guys. So if I'm right here, I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's like the perfect zone, because 4 is preferably, but you can do 3. I've been successful finding the same Pokemon within 3 steps. So it's like 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now if the grass is up or down vertically, so you'd have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's weird. It makes probably no sense to you right now. But let's use the Pokeradar. Okay, so you see 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be fine, right? Like I said, we're good. The big thing about Pokeradar is it's going to be a lot of trial and error. You're going to find patches of grass that look fantastic. They're at least 3 or 4 steps away, and it's perfect. And sometimes Pokeradar chains, they just break. I don't know why, they just do. There's always that small chance that it's going to just break. So now we're on a 3 chain. Bang, bang, boom. Super duper simple, right? Obviously, I've been doing this a while, and it's kind of easy to me. But at the same token, I've learned everything by just trying. So again, if you're very new to Pokeradar, just take your time with it. Don't be afraid, to mess up. It's okay to mess up, because this is something you're going to have to do a lot of. All right, so I don't like those right now. So let me show you really quick. So if you don't take enough steps, it's basically saying you need to step some more. All right, we'll take a couple more steps. Take a couple more steps, use it again. Oh, we're not there yet. Okay, keep going, keep going, keep going. Are we there yet? Not there yet. So you take one more step. So you take 50 steps. You're good to go. And look at that. Perfect shaking grass. It's right above us. Bang, bang, boom. We're on a 4 chain. It's perfect. So again, with Pokeradar, if you run away, your chain breaks. All right. So basically, you've seen what we've done to achieve the same Pokemon over and over and over again. That's all you have to do. So you pick your Pokemon, you continuously find a super shaky patch of grass that is at least 3 or 4 steps away. You walk into it, you faint the Pokemon, and you rinse and repeat until you hit a 40 chain. So now we're at a 4 chain right now, and I hit the run button. Well, what does that do? Well, as you can tell, that Pokeradar music we just had is now gone. So that means my chain is gone. So if for any reason you don't hear that Pokeradar music, that means your chain is gone. It's done. Something happened. It's gone. So examples of, let's actually start another chain real quick so I can show you guys another thing to see what happens with Pokeradar. Okay, well, take a couple more steps. All right, beautiful. So we're starting a chain. So again, you can go on the edges for this. This is the only time you should ever go on the edges. Okay, we found another Krogunk, but this is a new chain because the music was gone, okay? I want to just really tell you guys that, all right? So let's faint the Krogunk. Let's start another chain, okay? So we faint the Krogunk. Our chain has now started, as you can tell in just a second. We have music. All right, those are really bad. So basically, always know, as long as you hear this Pokeradar music, you are 100% A-okay. Your chain is good to go. Now, let's show another example. I accidentally pressed the home button. Well, my game's suspended. It's still on. Okay, let's go back into the game. We are all good. As you can tell, we still have the Pokeradar music, and we are good to go. So, for any reason, say you have to go do something, and you have to, pause your game, Just to spend it, just press the home button and just leave it on, or you could just leave it like this. I would preferably just you press the home button and just like have the game sit idle there. If you turn off your 3DS, well then yes, your chain is gone because you're gonna turn back your game on and realize the Pokéradar music is now gone. All right, so that's really bad grass. So another example of really bad grass. You always want to go to one of the most shakiest patches of grass. That's again 3 or 4 steps away from you. So in any direction, all right? So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's at least 3 or 4. I've been doing a lot of 3s, and it's working out really good. Because there's not that many good patches of grass in X and Y, but again, at the same token, if you want to be 100% like sure, then you're, that's really bad, sure, then sure. If you want to be 100% like you think you're really good, go 4 steps away from you. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right? So again, we're in a chain of 1. So our chain's going. We hear the music. All right. So I have more items that have been registered for what was it, the Y button. So I accidentally used my bike. Oh crap! Let me get off my bike real quick. That's another way it breaks your chain. So what you can do to prevent stuff like that. So as you can, let me just show you guys an example. So obviously our chain is now gone. Okay. So what you can do is you can go on your key items. You can deselect your bike, okay? And now we just have to start our chain again. So reset the radar really quick. Do not use your analog stick. So when you use your analog stick, it'll make you put your roller skates on. It will break your chain automatically, as you can see here, right here is with this example. So do not use your roller skates. Always use the directional pad when using Pokéradar at all times, because if you accidentally just hit that analog stick, it will break your chain. Okay, so patches of grass that are touching like that is no-go. You don't go into those, okay? You can use that to start your chain, but they are not good patches of grass. So you always want to go to a patch of grass that's kind of by itself. If they're diagonal, those are fine, but if they're literally touching, you know, vertically or horizontally, that's bad. Don't go into those patches of grass. You kind of always want to go to that patch that's kind of chilling by itself. So for example, right over here. So that's a patch, the patch right there. That's an example of like, what's it called? I'm blanking. We're doing this live. I'm blanking a little bit. All right, so we found a Spritzy. All right, that works. What is the word right now? I can't think of it right now. All right, so let's just do a Spritzy chain. Basically, it's grass that's like super far away from all the other patches of grass. That could be a good or a bad thing. I don't know why I can't think of the name of what I call it all the time. Okay, so I didn't see the bottom one. I don't know what to do. Well, to always be safe, just go and just to an area that you know for a fact you didn't see some grass, all right? So other things, let's see, we talked about running away, using your bike. So again, turning off your game will break your chain. So, all right, so let me show you guys an example of another way that your chain's gonna break. So let's reset the radar really quick. All right, so this patch of grass, it's like a step away from me. This is something you should never do. Look, it's a ducklet. That is why you want to make sure 3-4 steps away, you should be fine. But now we have a ducklet. Okay, so let me faint the ducklet. The chain will continue, Steve. It's of course it's going to continue. It's a ducklet. It's just killing the Pokemon, you know, fainting them, you know, that'll continue the chain. As you can tell, the Pokéradar music is gone, which means your chain has now ended. So, don't do stuff like that. Just because a patch of grass looks super good and it can be right in front of you, granted that was kind of like a very small shaking patch of grass, never do that stuff. Always go at least 1, 2, 3, 4, in pretty much any direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. See, if I did 4, I'd be on the edge. Don't do that. That's why 3 works. 3 and 4 steps works just fine. Other things to talk about. There's a thing called fast music. I will show you guys examples because it's kind of hard and just pure random when it happens. But basically, in a nutshell, what fast music is, it's basically a way to have max odds when you're doing Pokéradar before you get to a chain of 40. So as you build your chain, the odds of a shiny get, you know, greater. When you hit a 40 chain, your odds of finding shiny are like maxed out. There's no way it's going to get any better. Even if you have a shiny charm, it's 1 out of 200. It's a flat rate, okay? So that's why Pokeradar is kind of good to do if you don't have a shiny charm, because like, if you get to a 40 chain, you have max odds, you are looking good. But let me show you guys an example of Pokeradar fast music really quick. It's only like a 10 chain, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, Swell? How you doing? Welcome to the stream, fam. That Kroga is gonna be sparkly soon. Just wait for it. Oh shit! I was not paying attention. I was looking at the other games. We do have fast music though, so that's what's up. We're getting this shiny. Hang on. Damn. Really, game? You're gonna give me one fucking shake on fast music? Like, that's depressing. That is, like, super depressing right there. If you guys don't know what fast music is, it's basically like an insta buff. So it's like it makes your shiny odds 1 out of 200, like, as soon as that faster type music goes on. But we did not get shit. Alright, so now you guys have seen fast music, let me show you guys another example of what fast music looks like when you do find a shiny Pokemon. It's been a long day of getting this damn relay. Like, it's been terrifying. Lee 10924, thank you. Oh my god! That's it! That's it! Yes! Let's go! 14 chain! First Pokeradar I've ever done. I got shiny grass on 14. Oh my god! This has been like 5 hours of hell trying to learn this. Oh my god! Ah! We did it! We did it! We did it! Oh my god, I'm so done.
Hello.
Oh my god. The Nintendo Koi, thank you, buddy. Oh my god. See, you guys got the Ameno chant going. That's what did it. So, fast music typically gives you like a couple of resets. So, when you hear fast music, all you gotta do is you just want to reset the grass. That's it. Until the music is gone. So, obviously, we are on regular music. There's no fast music going. But again, in the example, I'll show it again so you guys know the difference between regular music that's from Pokeradar and the fast music. Oh shit. I was not paying attention. I was looking at the other games. We do have fast music though, so that's what's up. We're getting this shiny, hang on. Damn. Really, game? You're gonna give me one fucking shake on fast music? Like, that's depressing. That is, like, super depressing right there. If you guys don't know what fast music is, it's basically like an insta buff. So it's like it makes your shiny odds 1 out of 200, like, as soon as that faster type music goes on. But we did not get shit. So again, you just keep resetting, until the fast music is gone, because you may possibly find a shiny. You could be on like a chain of 10, and all of a sudden you get a shiny because you had fast music and the grass sparkled. All right, so another thing that will break your chain, for example, if you go too far away, you can see that the chain is now broken. So when you have a Pokeradar chain, you can't really leave. So that's another big thing, is you want to make sure that when you're looking for that shiny from Pokeradar, you're basically going to be cool with the fact that you're stuck there until you find a shiny or until your chain breaks. Because if you're going to go for that shiny via Pokeradar, might as well use the time you have to find the shiny and not just waste it. Another thing to talk about is the shiny charm. It does help. In my personal experience, I feel like it doesn't really do much for me. I've had just every time I've gotten to a 40 chain and I reset the grass until a shiny grass, I've always found shinies that way. People have said that the shiny charm helps really good in the early stages of a chain. So from, like, you know, say you have like a 10 chain, for example, again, like maybe you'll just find a shiny patch of grass like on a 10 chain, or you may just go into a good patch of grass and boom, you have shiny. So the shiny charm, you don't need it, but by just having it, you never know what kind of weird stuff's gonna happen, right? Another big thing to talk about is the Kanto birds, like the roaming Kanto birds that are in X and Y that just kind of just randomly appear. They do not break your chain. Don't freak out. It's happened to me a bunch of times. Go for Swirlix. Go for Swirlix. Oh, fast music. Yes. Oh, rip in pieces, dude. Fucking Zapdos. Bro. On the fast music. You could have done this all day. You could have done this at any time. Is the chain dead? Oh, we still got fast music. All right, not a rip. Not a rip. Because I've yet to get some of the birds in different versions of my games. But the Kanto birds, don't break your chain. You're good. Just keep resuming your chain as normal. But that's pretty much everything when it comes to Pokeradar. If you have any questions, obviously throw them in the comments section down below. But again, the biggest thing about Pokeradar is it's trial and error. You're going to mess up, and that's perfectly fine. But just be picky about grass. You know, try a couple, times of just, using Pokeradar and get it going. And, like, try to get to a 5 chain. If you get to a 5 chain, great. Go to that 10 chain. And then just kind of keep building from there. And if you keep breaking your chains, maybe just kind of, like, reflect on, like, oh, was that patch really that good? You know what I'm saying? You just got to take your time. Don't rush yourself. It's not like other, shiny hunting methods. Like, Pokeradar is very precise. But even if you do like the very best job you can possibly do, there's always that stupid dumb chance that the chain just breaks. So even if you do really, really good, just know that it can break because of reasons unknown. But now that we're pretty much done with the like how-to part of Pokeradar and everything about what to do, what not to do, let me show you guys what it looks like to find a shiny on a 40 chain. In this example, I was on a 44 chain. I did over 400 resets, and I finally got the shiny. So hopefully I'll see you guys at a live stream sometime soon, twitch.tv/smkgaming05. That's where I do all of my shiny hunting. But again, the goal here is to basically pick a Pokemon you want. You keep going to good patches of grass that are at least 3 or 4 steps away from you. You get to a 40 chain. You keep resetting the grass until you see shiny grass, and then bing, bang, boom, you have your shiny. It's okay to fail, learn from your mistakes, and get those shiny Pokemon, my friends. Enjoy my ridiculously hard to find shiny Krogunk, and I'll see you guys either in a live stream sometime later in the future or in the next video. Bye-bye. Like, look at that. That patch of grass right there, like that patch of grass to our right looks so good. And it's just like, why didn't you sparkle, fam? He said Pokeradar training would be fun. It is fun, but not when you have to do this bullshit. I'm just all kinds of salty, Sam. I'm sorry, fam. I thought earlier you broke your DS because I heard it was just. I was like, all right, he just hit something.
What? Did he get it? I heard a sigh.
My heart. My heart right now.
What?
My heart right now.
What? What? Yes?
Dude, we finally fucking got it. Oh my god.
Hallelujah.
Oh my goodness. FYI, my heart's fine. Don't freak out.
Took you 12 days.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You wanna know how I knew you got it? Because all I heard was. How do you chain fish? Get a Pokemon with the ability suction cups, go into the water, and non-stop cast.